Welcome back to my channel. I wish I could say that this was an actual cocktail, but it is not even noon, so this is just for the effect. And huge thank you to Cricut for partnering with me on another video. We did not have much going on out here at all, so when I decided to do this makeover, there were three main points that I wanted to focus on. First, I wanted this space to be super kid-friendly. I have two little ones, and I wanted it to just work for our whole family and be a really functional space that we could all enjoy. Another thing that was really important to me is you can see this space from our main living area, so I wanted the color palette to really flow well from our inside decor into this outdoor space. I wouldn't say that our back patio is small, but it's not huge either, so it was really important to me when selecting pieces to bring in here that I wasn't picking things that were going to be too big and bulky and just make this area feel cramped. I wanted it to be very open and airy feeling and have a lot of room for us to move around. I think the best way to get started is back at the beginning. I found the planning phase of this makeover intimidating because we were starting with virtually a big empty box that was cluttered with random items, and it just made it really hard for me to look past and picture the end result. But I was determined. I will make this space pretty. I knew I wanted a carpet out here to create a seating zone. It just helps to ground your furniture and makes everything look and feel cozy and intentionally placed. I decided on an outdoor rug from Ruggable, and it comes with a mat that is non-slip on the bottom, and the material on top grabs the rug that lays on it, kind of like a blanket. And this feature actually makes it so simple to just take off and put in the washing machine, which was a must for me. I knew if I was going to have an outdoor rug, especially one that is on the lighter side like this one, that I would definitely need it to be washer friendly. I will have a link to this exact rug and also anything else that I use in today's video in the description box down below for anyone who is interested. Going back in time a few days before this makeover officially started, my couch came in and I had my kids supervising the build, and they also volunteered to be the official comfort testers, and it looks like they approved. We also ran to Lowe's that day and found the heaviest planter of all time. Seriously, this thing is pure cement, and I needed multiple men to help load it into my car, but I was sold on this really beautiful natural stone look, and it was only $60, which was a steal for the size and just overall durability of this planter. I decided to go with this couch because I like the color, but ultimately my favorite selling point was the table being towards the back instead of the traditional coffee style table that would normally be in the front. This was perfect for my situation since I wanted to keep my kids' picnic table at the center of this space. They use it all the time, and making this area kid-friendly was one of my top priorities. I also really like that this came with footrests. It makes the seats so comfortable, but they can also double as bench seating if you were to have guests over. Now to address the garden part of my Tuscan garden theme. I went to Target and found this beautiful cedar planter, and I thought it would be perfect to add in some herbs that we can use for recipes and also in a variety of drinks throughout the summer. The only other thing I wanted to do was go in and add some labels just so we could easily differentiate the three herbs that I chose for this space. So I'm just going and measuring the box to decide how long each label would be, and then I'm going to head in and pull up my Cricut design space to create them. I didn't know if I should make my labels black or white, so I created a brown square that was similar to the color of my planter, and this helped me a lot to picture which of the two colors would pop and look the best against that brown wood. And in this case, I like the way that white popped against that shade of brown the best, and I just chose a very simple, easy to read font because, as you'll see later, I have a fun sign that I will be adding in above the planter, and I didn't want the space space to look too crowded. I have shared so many fun Cricut projects like my DIY doormat and various clothing and home decor projects here on my channel, but I also wanted to show how useful my Cricut is when creating something that's just quick and practical like these labels. And I also wanted to mention that I'm using removable vinyl for this project because I will definitely want to switch these herbs out for some new ones at some point throughout the year. Two other seating options I found for this space are these really cool outdoor beanbag loungers. I love the striped look, but I will say when I ordered them online, they looked black and white, but in person, the white pulls a lot of yellow, which in my case actually ended up working out because they match the color of the cushions that I have on the other side, really tying all of my furniture pieces together. And then I found this huge basket at Hobby Lobby that I thought would be perfect for storing all of the kids' outdoor toys. The basket material added a lot of texture to our space and it's really sturdy. I was so surprised at how many things I could actually fit in here, and we still had a lot of room to grow. Even though all of the seating I chose is washable and durable for the outdoors, I figured it wouldn't hurt to still give them each a little coat of Scotchgard just for added stain protection. This grassy area when you step off of our patio has not been thriving. The overhang doesn't allow this area to get much sun, which ultimately just creates a lot of dirt and mud to get tracked in and around our patio. So I decided to create two garden beds and replace some of the patchy area between them with some of the sod that I'll be digging up. It's not a perfect fix for the issue, but it creates less area for muddy patches to happen and also gives me a chance to bring in more rustic elements with the gray stone and add to my Tuscan vibe with these really beautiful plants. I made sure to show the names of these trees for anyone who was interested because I knew I would just totally butcher it if I tried to pronounce it, but I really like that they will grow wider and taller over time just to give us some more privacy to this space as well. In an effort to avoid drilling holes out here, I decided to use some outdoor Gorilla Tape to hang a sign to go above our couch. Signs are one of my favorite finishing touches for a space, and this one really set the vibe I was going for with the font color, and I also love that it was personalized. Another way to add a cozy and airy feel out here is by adding some curtains. Again, I went with outdoor specific curtains that were rain and mildew resistant, and then I'm just creating some DIY leather ties using some of this strap material that I had on hand. I found this LED candle lantern at Joann's a few weeks ago, and I thought it was the perfect finishing touch. There's still some things I want to do to this space, including adding some string cafe lights around the top, but for now I feel like this was a complete transformation. We have been hanging outside every day and especially in the evenings, and really just finally making use of the square footage out here. I was able to create a whole other room virtually that we can spend so much time in. I hope this makeover gave you some ideas, inspiration, and motivation that you too can create a space that not only looks great but fits the need of you and your friends and family. Make sure to subscribe to see my upcoming room makeovers, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, friends.